today. So welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time, you're welcome. If you're a new viewer, welcome. Shout out to you. I love you. So today I have the amazing ladies from Something Light Podcast. If you don't listen to their podcast, I don't know what you're doing, right? It is an amazing podcast. They're both Christian women and they share their opinions, their views about different things that's happening. It's edifying, it's entertaining, it's vibes. If you don't know them, go and know them. I'll put the link.
To know us.
Yes, okay. I will put the link in the description bar. So click that link, check them out on Spotify, on Apple Music, as well as they also have a YouTube channel where they share their podcast. So I'm so glad to have this people on my channel today. Okay, so today we're just gonna be chatting, chit-chatting, gisting, and I get a lot of questions in my DM like concerning relationships and all. I mean, this is not a relationship channel, but you people know that I will always do relationship matter to you people because that's what you people like. But I just said, okay, let me chat to these two wonderful women about all things relationship. And so I've been married for like 3 years now. How long have you been married? 7 years. How long have you been married? Have you done a 6 months, Mac?
6. No.
Oh, you know, August, September, October, November. So 3 months.
Yeah.
4.
I guess 4 later this month.
Yeah, so 4 months. So you've been around. It's still something. So we're just gonna be chit-chatting.
Normal, like if it was an employment, past probation period.
Exactly. You passed probation.
I guess I'll pass the probation period.
You passed probation period. So yeah, you've been married till now. So we're just gonna be sharing our ideas, like the things we looked out for, experiences. I mean, we don't know it all. We've also grown and developed and learned in the process, because I always say like marriage is a very good refiner. Like those things that you thought you were great at, it's really going to stare at you in the face and be like, you're not great at this, you need to do better. So we'll just be chit-chatting about that. And I guess my first question would be, a lot of people always ask me, so how do you even know this person is the one? I guess we can start by like, is there even something like the one? And if there's the one, how do you know and how do you choose? So do you want to start?
Sure. Okay, I think the first thing I would say is I don't think there is.
The first thing you should say is your name.
Oh, okay. Yeah. My name is Bobola, and like Bibi said, I'm a co-host of Something Like Podcast, so you should definitely check us out. And I'm excited to be here. Like, yes,
we have blown.
Okay, so I think the first thing I would say, or the other thing I would say, would be I don't think there is the one, but I think that there is your one. The one you choose. So I don't believe in soulmates. I don't believe in the one, like there's just this one person that is like a pea in the pod and that's it, and you have to keep looking until you find that person, because there are a lot of amazing people out there. There are a lot of people that will check your boxes, but then there is that your one, and there are now so many factors that could make you maybe start realizing that this could be my person, and then things that would make you make that final decision of yes, this is my person. Like I choose you. And I feel like for me the most important thing would be, like, apart from them, we could go on, and I think those things are like personal, right? But I think one thing that I would say maybe we cut across would be peace. Like this peace that you just feel like like this.
I feel at home. Yes. Like I don't like, and I think I was reading one trend one day. They said if you easily fall asleep around somebody, they know that this person is your home.
Interesting.
Right? If you can be around them and just like fall asleep, then you know that
you're not on guard.
You're not on guard. You don't feel like, oh my god, am I talking too much? Am I just like, you know, many times when it comes to relationship, I remember one time my friend was going to pick her boyfriend from the airport and she was like, oh my god, I'm so nervous. And I was like, are you nervous or excited? Because if you're excited, then that's a good thing. But if you're nervous, I'm like, are you meant to be nervous? So and I told I was talking the other day on Twitter as well, as like this experience that people say butterflies in my belly. Is it really butterflies or is it anxiety your belly towards this person.
It's clever.
But why is it that the butterflies only come with like romantic people?
I don't have butterflies.
So maybe it's not anxiety. Maybe it's really.
I think it's just a giddy feeling.
Yeah.
So I think some people there's a difference. Some people it's a giddy excitement. Some people it's like your belly is in the
They're
knot.
so anxious.
They're anxious. So like anxiety, I don't know if that's a good thing.
You shouldn't be anxious.
Don't be anxious. Excitement, yes. Anxiety, no. Yeah, how about you? How did you know it was the one?
Was that a question you answered?
Yeah, kind of.
Or do you believe there is the one?
Yeah, like I'm of the same school of thought. I do not believe there is the one. I mean, there was somebody that I was dating that I thought I would have gotten married to. So, I mean, if that person was the one and I was stuck on that, making that person the one, then I probably would have continued in something that wasn't right for me, right? So, I do not believe in the one. I believe in your one, and really, it could be anybody that you can make anybody your one as long as they have the characteristics that you want in your one, right? It's like making your own pizza, sort of, right? You build it. It will come in what do you call this thing? Pepperoni and all those other things,
different
toppings. But then you will now build your own. Okay. Oh, he has this trait. He's God fearing. Not just God fearing, because God fearing is a believer.
He's saved with evidence.
He's saved. He's kind. He's genuinely kind to people. He's what else? He's loving. Like, we can talk, we can have a conversation. We are friends. So those are the things that I looked out for in settling down, before deciding to settle down with this person. So I don't believe that there is one. I believe that you look at certain characteristics and see if, okay, does this person match my vibe? Because I mean, the giddy thing, the excitement, all those things, there are times that it may die down,
of course,
and you want to be able to stand that person. You want to be able to,
like, you don't want to turn in the middle of the night and be like, oh, who is this? Not for me.
Exactly. You want to be physically attracted to the person. You want to be able to stand the person when you're not feeling whatever again. Like, can we just as friends? Because it's banter with each other. Why not? If not, so I can marry you now.
Yeah, it reminds me of a tweet I saw. The person was saying, make sure you don't just love the person, make sure you like the person. I mean, like, if we start breaking it down, we can punch holes in that, because what is love really? But if you think of it in the sense of this excitement and giddy, I think that the person was actually trying to say, like, do you actually like the person? Like, in moments where you're not feeling gish, do you still like them? Like, would you want to have a conversation with this person even without the extra attachment? And that's very key. Like,
do you enjoy their company? Right? Because we think about a lot of these things, right? For example, life will not always be perfect. Part of our vows, we say, in sickness and in health, right? And if your emotions towards that person is so romantic, so sexual, like, if they're unable to give you back that energy, will you still be able to be there?
Exactly.
Yeah. So if they're not able to give you all the romance and like the flowers and everything that makes you feel like you're on top of the world, can you still say, okay, you are still my person and I'm still here with you? And there was something you said about, like, I really like that example you gave about beauty pizza. And another thing I wanted to add to that, like, does the pizza want you? Because you cannot be, because I've seen a lot of stories where, like, you in the marriage, why these people having issues? Why are they having issues? Like, did you marry this person against the person's will? Because some women are very strong-willed. You see something, you say, I want it,
and they go for it,
and you go for it. I know that this person is not. Let's say, for example, now you see something, you want it, you go for it. And let's say the person is not a loyal person. Then now down the line, you now be angry that the person is cheating.
But
you knew. Yeah, so you saw it, but like your strong will was like overshadowing your desire, your reasoning, and after a while, right, someone said something very, very interesting that a lot of us Christians, like, because we abstain during courtship, so a lot of times your mind is like, okay, sex. Okay, but now let's not say you now had the best sex your first 3 months,
and then
after the 3 months, what's the rate? Like, you don't have to deal with each other. You have to be friends. You have to face life. So what's there? Like, after that, what's there? Like, it's so important. Don't let your will be so strong that you overpower the other person's will. You obviously see, like, this person cannot give you what you want, but because you want the person, you're like, I'm going to force myself on you. I'm going to take you by fire, because you know they say
very dangerous.
The violence take it by force. It's not for husband or wife or beg. Don't.
And what did preacher Bonner say? Last, preacher
breakfast. Oh God.
Like, people need to know that being strong-willed, being determined, it applies to inanimate stuff. Like, it's not to another human being. Like, no matter how strong your will is, your will cannot overpower another person's will. Like, even our heavenly Father, like, did not tamper with our will. Who are you?
Exactly.
Who you be?
You cannot. I mean, and they can be what you want for a while, right?
I was about to go there. Yeah.
But after we are human beings, you will break free.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even the people that, you know, when we were younger, you hear stories of, one woman trying to tie the man. Somebody will still find that thing that you tied and break it. So the relationship will still end. So what's the use? Like, it's so
If you like a dress so much, you can go and buy it. But with another human being, it cannot work.
And one thing I wanted to talk about is there are sometimes that there may not be anything to talk about. Being comfortable in being in silence with that person. It's nice. And then we're like, okay, you know, it's not awkward. It's like
we're not fighting.
Yeah, exactly. We're not fighting. Just at this point, maybe you go back from work, you're tired. It's like I've been talking all day.
But your presence just being around me.
But they want to be around you.
Yeah.
It's like it's not a bad thing, because like some people can cancel an entire relationship because of that, just being like, you know, we're supposed to be friends, we're supposed to have things to talk about.
No,
are you a parrot?
Not a parrot. It's not all the time. Sometimes it's just laying on the couch and just watching TV and not saying anything. Like, is the volume good? Okay. And it's not like you're fighting. There's nothing awkward about it.
No.
Like, there's nothing awkward about it.
Because you will need your space too. Like, in as much as both of you are coming together to become one, you will still need your individual lives. Your entirety is not tied to that person. You still want to have your own peace and quiet. You can
in
still
your head,
physically going out to work. You're not going to tie the person as do your tail and take to work with you, right? So you're still your own individual person, even though you're married to this person. So you must be able and be comfortable to. If there are moments where you need to be quiet and silent, yes. There are some times that, or even for example, if your partner is going through grief and there's nothing to just say to that person at that point, you have to be comfortable to sit in silence with that person. So sorry that I took us down there.
No problem. No, it's only like marriage does not delete our individuality. Right? We still, it says, you're not one forever. And that having you people having things, many times they talk about, okay, so what do you and your partner have in common? Like, when people ask me questions like that, I'm like, me and Bibi, what do we have in common? Mostly it's church. Like, it's ministry. Like, it's God. It's mostly ministry. Outside of ministry, and many people to them is a red flag, like, oh my God, outside of ministry. But I'm like, no, but then we get to learn about our interests.
Exactly.
Right? Because if you're so the same, the learning curve is not as much. I know that, okay, tomorrow if I say I want to pick up painting, okay, now you get to learn about Bibi the painter. And then, like, our individuality is so important and so sacred that we should keep it. Don't feel like, because I'm married now, my personality has to become my partner. Like, my whole essence. No. And it's really healthy. Like, it's good for both of you to have your own thing going. Because when you come back together, the conversations are richer.
It's beautiful.
And let's see finish, because we human beings, it's very easy for us to become over familiar. So when you go apart and come back together, like, it makes you appreciate one another more, respect one another more. And I think it's so beautiful. Before I lose my thought, something about friendship came up, like being friends. And I know not everybody has the opportunity to be friendly with whoever they get married to, but I've seen people that they were not necessarily friends, but because they got married, they grew in friendship.
Yes.
So don't feel like, oh, this person I'm with, what you people are describing, I can't relate. Like, we are not guys. If both of you are intentional and you want to be guys, it can happen.
Absolutely.
Like, if you guys want to be besties, it can happen. It's just investing, like,
and intentionality.
Just intention. No, in fact, what about marriage is not intentionality and deliberateness? Is there anything?
Nothing.
Because if you want to be selfish, you will be selfish. If you want to go your way, you will go. Anything you want to do,
Exactly.
Is that you taking yourself back, like, oh my god, I need to be intentional. Like,
Constantly
I need to be
thinking about the person, everything.
There was one piece of advice I got during counseling. I think it was me who asked the question of, if you're the one saying, okay, I want to, like, maybe I'll always apologize first, things like that, will it not get tiring on you, like, on your parts? Like, why me, right? And the answer I got was, well, think about it as you are also in this marriage. So it's not you just you said today you must apologize.
You're counting, you're keeping score.
You are also in this marriage, and because you're in a marriage, you want to make it work. And so you put your own energy into making it work. So if that energy means, I guess almost dying to self and being like, I'll just apologize, even though, then it is. So just to buttress the intentionality.
And with this apology stuff, like, the Bible says love is not, we're not keeping record. You're not saying, okay, I was the first person to apologize last month, so this is your own turn.
Your turn. Rotation.
No, like, it's not. If you try that, you will be tired. Like,
it's
exhausting. So just knowing that. And funny enough, I was, the way there's love language, I actually saw that there's not apology language. There is apology language. So some people, they actually want to hear, I apologize that I made you feel that way. I will try not to do that anymore. Why some people making them food after you fight is the apology enough for them?
It makes sense, because I think I definitely have. So for me, don't tell me your story. Show me. Like, you can tell me, like, if you do something and you feel like, oh, you've offended me, telling me sorry will probably make you a lot more upset and make things worse, because you won't enjoy my reaction to it, because I'm just like, okay, like, I'm not, but you don't have to tell me you're sorry, like, I'm not, but there are people,
don't tell person.
There are people that
you have to hear,
you have to say it, like, oh, but I thought I acted sorry. No, but you didn't tell me you are sorry. Like, okay, so it makes sense that it's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. You
I've always
on your website.
Don't bother yourself. Don't tell me sorry. And it doesn't even need to be an immediate thing. Like, it could be something that you, maybe it's a week down the line that you're able to show that, oh, you're actually really sorry for what you did, and I can see that, okay, you took, I don't even know if it's showing me you're sorry or showing me that you heard me. You actually listened and you took what I said. Like, if it was, oh, I don't like that you do this thing, I can see that, okay, you made a mental note. That's all the
I made an effort.
That's it for me. So that's interesting.
Apology, I saw it on their website. I was like, wow. So you can take, the way you take love language quiz, you take apology language quiz. And you see, like, there's some people like, okay, you don't have to show me, you can tell me. There are some people that will even want you to tell them specific steps on how you would not do that again.
Wow.
So like that, like, we're so different. Like, so I really liked taking that quiz.
I'll check that out.
Check it out. It's on their website. Like, apology language. Like, how do you want to be apologized to? And it's very important, because you will treat others the way you will treat yourself, which is good on a certain level, but we're not all the same people.
No, we're not.
Right? If you treat me a certain way, I can understand that, okay, this is your way of affection and caring or whatever. But if you like we're all just different. So we start treating people how they prefer to be treated, but the baseline is treating them like with compassion, love, and things like that. Like, it's so important. So I thought that was interesting with apology language. So anyways, back to what I was saying about friendship. It can be built upon. Oh, and a very important quote that I once read. It said, like, marriage is like an empty box. what you put in it is what you can take out of it. So if you're not putting peace and love and compassion and intentionality, like you can't withdraw from what you have not invested in. So if you want one day to be able to withdraw love or withdraw compassion or withdraw intentionality, you have to be willing to invest. Put it in without measuring and saying, I'm going to hold back, I'm going to shrink back because my partner is not coming at 100%. Me too, I will not come at 100%. Because the matter is that, you know, if I got married, I used to be like, oh, we'll do 50-50. There is no 50-50 in marriage. There is no. Don't, if that's your belief system, forget. There's no 50-50 in marriage. Kill it, stab it. Because sometimes you shop at 10 and your partner will be the one shop at 90. Sometimes you shop at like it's like a flow. You keep going. And I know many people be like, oh, what about those that they marry somebody that is unkind and I will keep taking, but that's not the standard, right? The standard is not that you guys are not kind to each other. The standard is that we are both kind, we are both compassionate. So when I'm showing up at a 0%, I know that you show up at 100 for us. And we'll just keep, it's like a dance. Sort of like a dance. I will take turn, you take turn, I will push and pull, keep feeding and investing into one another. So when I saw that quote, I was like, oh, this is so profound. Like I can't keep saying I want to take out of something and there's nothing inside for me to take out. Like it really just like exploded, like just bust my brain. Okay, that's stressful. So my next, I guess it's a follow-up question to that, is it possible to, like, how do I phrase this in a way that makes sense now? So let's say somebody is like asking you out and you necessarily don't like the person, right? But they check all the boxes, but you don't just like them. Like what would your advice be to that person? Like, this guy or this girl, she's great, she's amazing, she checks all my boxes, but there's just, I don't just like them. Like, do you think it's something I can grow into? Do you think, like, because we read stories now, oh, I didn't necessarily like you when we met, but I just gave it, like, we just went and now see we are the best of friends. Like, what would you say? What would you say to somebody in that kind of situation?
I would say that keep talking to the person. So familiarity most times would build like feelings. Because I find that that's what has worked for me. The people, as in fact, I think everybody that I've dated in the past, I did not see them and just start liking
love at first sight.
Exactly.
I wish there was like, I don't actually know anybody. Is your story first love at first sight? I don't actually know anybody that has a love at first sight story. Okay, one of my friends I know, but then I now dare to question: is it love at first sight or lost at first sight? Because what are you attracted to? You
whatever it is at first sight, I don't think it's love. It can be so many other things.
Admiration, infatuation, attraction, but like love at first sight.
Love.
I don't think so. Yeah, but just keep talking to the. You know how. So sometimes it's love at first chat, in that you meet on social media and somebody slides into the DMs and you're like, we have the best conversation. Like from the very first thing that he typed, it was good. Like I've had that. But then there's also the one where someone slides into your DMs, or you start, like, the person approaches you on the road and you're like, no, like I'm not interested in this. But as you keep talking, give yourself like almost like 2 or 3 months.
Wow, that's a long time though. What if my husband is waiting for me and I'm giving someone
it's like 3 months, right? It's not too long because you're getting to know each other and you may not even talk every day in those 3 months.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But I have a follow-up question. Let me put it out there, then you can finish and Bobs can share on the line. So my follow-up question is that talking stage. What do you encourage? How long and can you talk to more?
I was about to come. You're just going to keep your brother in limbo. Like, how long?
We are talking. So it's not like, so you know how there are some guys that whatever it is that they're doing to this girl, she not send you. That's a different case. But this person is good. He checks, because that was the question you asked. He checks all the boxes that you have. It's just that maybe you haven't brought yourself to liking the person, as in that romantic way.
Or should it be that hard? Should
he apply pressure? Apply pressure.
The thing is, I think some people just maybe at that point their hearts are closed off. Maybe they just got out of a relationship. Maybe they're like, I don't want to just chop another breakfast. Like, they are resisting. They are doing hard guy. They just strong their
But that's different now. Stroking your heart means that you are interested.
No, or it could also mean that, like, I'll talk to you, I'll listen to you, you're a friend, but whatever asking out you're doing, I will not, I cannot be emotionally available for that. And they will make themselves not be that way. There are people who are like that, right? But anyway, I just think that, you know, maybe give it time. It may come, and if it doesn't come, I don't know really. Like, I don't know, I can't tell you to date somebody you don't physically like. I don't know. For people who have done it and it worked for them, that's great. But yeah, what do you think?
Okay, so I think for me the question, if I had to talk to someone in that kind of situation, the question I will ask is, or what I will say is, you need to try to get to why. The person seems to check all the boxes, but if just in the question you asked, I just don't like this person even though this person checks all the boxes. I feel like there's a box that you are missing that the person doesn't check, and that's why you don't like them. And I feel like what I would say is try to find out why. If it's not like what the situation you give, like, okay, maybe the person is just going through some stuff and they're just like, if it's not that, if it's that, okay, I'm actually available, I feel like I should like this person because they check all the boxes, but there's just something missing. I feel like it's either of two things. It's either there's just
no physical attraction,
like some kind of, how do I put it, like your how do I put this, some kind of protection, like a protective mechanism, I would say. Yeah, that was the word I was looking for, like a protective mechanism. And that's why I would say try to find the why. There might be like you might have discerned something that is off, like you're not even aware of it, or you're suppressing it because for some funny reason, but that thing is there. You've just like it's been picked up by your spirit, by the spirit of God in you, but even you are not conscious of it, and it's like holding you back. So I would say get to the bottom of it. Try to find out why. There has to be a reason. Like, why would someone check all the boxes and you don't like them?
Fair enough.
So, and when you find it, you are now able to determine, like, okay, it's something not so serious. Like, it's something I can work with. It's something, or, oh yeah, this is why. It's a no-brainer. I would say dig, ask questions, and if it's just to add to the, okay, give it time, I would say if you are going to give time, like, communicate. So that the person knows like what they are in for, because then when you asked something about talking stage.
Yeah, that's a follow-up question.
Yeah, there are different types of talking stage. There's talking stage of
you know where we are headed.
You know the guy likes you, but he hasn't said anything. With that, I feel like you can take as much time. It's 1 year.
He has not made his intention.
Exactly. But from the moment someone actually says, okay, this is how I feel about you, this is what I want to do, I want to be with you, I feel like at that point you should communicate. If it's like, oh, I need more time, if it's okay, you actually check all the boxes, but there's just something holding me back and I can't get past it, give me time to work through it, or I'm just not emotionally available right now, I need time. You should communicate, and not just, you know, leave someone wondering, is it this, is it that, is it this, is it that, for so long, and eventually, I don't know.
I really like that caveat that you applied, and I think it kind of also applies to talking stage, because many times people say talk to many people, right? I have mixed feelings about it, but I like that caveat that you made. That, okay. So you brought up a very important point about talking stage. So with talking stage, like people always ask, can I talk to many people? Can I talk to, like, what exactly is talking stage? Like, and I really like the point you mentioned about how once someone makes their intentions known, then that's a good time to know, like, you're not entertaining other people. What do you think? Is that like a good waiting point? Like, should I be talking to like, because people say, oh, talk to people, you are single until you are married. But you don't want to be talking to like 5 people, then one will not propose, then the other 4 will not be like, what was going on? I thought we were doing something.
Okay, so I believe there's some sort of commitment at every level of relationship, friendship, courtship, and marriage. There's always some kind of commitment and loyalty. So for talking stage, like I said before, it's either okay, someone you can just sense that okay, yeah, this person likes me, this person likes me, they are saying stuff, they are doing stuff. You can tell where it's heading. You could either continue to encourage it if you like them back and you're hoping that they get to that point, or there's also the talking stage of this person is going straight to the point, and or they've made their intentions known and they've stated clearly what they want. Like, this is what I would like.
So if they've not made their intentions, then don't assume.
No, don't assume. Absolutely not. Don't assume. Yeah. So, and as for talking to so many other people and all of that, if it's any talking stage, I believe you can talk to people. The difference is, as soon as someone makes their intentions known, let them know how you feel or what you want to do, and your response to that person is going to determine if you should continue talking to so many people or not. It's like I'm not saying like your response is even okay. Yeah, we're now together, we're in a relationship. For example, if my response is okay, my head is in a certain place right now, I like you too, but I just need some time to just sort through whatever it is I'm going through right now, and then we can have a conversation. If that's my response to someone I'm in a talking stage with, I don't think like it would not be cool if then I'm having that same kind of conversation with other people or encouraging some kind of, so even though I've not officially started anything serious with that person, like there's been a conversation, I've said some things, and my word should be like binding, and like I should respect whatever I've said to that person. And if that changes, then I should be able to go back to that person saying, yeah, I know I said I just needed to work through this, but see, this is how I feel right now, and I just feel like it's not going to work. And I feel like people need to really do better with communicating, and not just hoping that the person gets the cues and hoping that, oh, if I ghost, the person will get the idea, or if maybe I used to respond to messages within 5 minutes, now I'm going to wait until the following day, so they should get it.
What are you two?
We need to be able to communicate, like, okay, yes, you like me, sorry, I can't be more than friends, like that's it, or okay, I'm just not there right now, can you give me time? Otherwise, so the person knows what to expect, and they're either going to be okay with it or not.
Yeah, makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so last but not the least question before I wrap up this video. I once saw a tweet. I think the person is in a relationship, and the person, they used to like hail their relationship like, oh, you guys are doing really, really well, and the person responded like, oh, we are in a relationship, but you don't know how much hard work we've put into this relationship to be where we are. Then someone that responded like, oh, if you guys are like, if you are saying this thing it requires hard work, then is it really, really real? Like, are you meant to be? Because it's not meant to require hard work if both of you are for each other, if you love each other, if this is what is destined to be. Like, because and I kind of understood why that person is coming from. Because I'm one of those people that I don't like when people say marriage is hard. To me, I'm just like, it's hard work, but some say it's hard. Like, anything that is hard, I don't want. I like soft life. But you get, so what do you think about that? I guess Shaitan can start this. Like, what do you think about that? Like, the person saying, oh, if you're saying it requires hard work, like maybe you people are not it. Maybe because if you really love each other, why will it require hard work? What do you think?
I think it depends on, well, like, did the person mean to say intentional work, As opposed to hard work. I don't know.
But this intentional work is still hard now.
Yeah,
It's not come easy to everybody, right?
Yeah, but like I'm just thinking of a better phrasing, because hard work almost connotes more struggle, to make it work. But I would say that any good thing really would take work, whether it is in keeping your regular platonic relationships. You have to be intentional. I have to think that, wait, so it's been a while since I spoke to this person, and pick up the phone and call the person, or buy gifts whenever it's this person's birthday or this person is doing certain things. So all those things, those are the intentional works that I'm putting to sustain that relationship. I mean, with my family, calling them often, checking up on them, showing up at events, even when it's uncomfortable for me, right? So then that is intentional work or hard work, or whatever it is you choose to call it. I would say that it doesn't mean it is hard, but what kind of work are you putting? What kind of effort are you losing yourself? Are you being, for example, if the man or woman doesn't want you to have a social life or whatever, and you're like, but I really like hanging out with my friends and all, and you are having to, there would be a middle point. Like you would have to compromise, maybe not go out as often. But if it's now you do not have friends anymore, like you have lost all your friends, that kind of situation can be hard work. Or this person wants freshly made meals daily.
That's hard work.
That is hard work. We can compromise in that. Maybe I can cook once in a week or once in a week, and we refrigerate it, and we're still getting fresh food. It's just that it's not beyond 1 week. It's not daily. It's not made daily. You put it in the fridge and you put it in the microwave and it's good. So those kind of situations, I would say, can be hard work. It depends on what the hard work is. But I do think that the general response I would give to that is there is nothing that is worth it that doesn't require work. You're going to school to get your grades. You put in the work to get your grades, right? You don't just go and revise the exam and be like, oh man, just because you need that degree. It's good to have a degree. So why don't you just yo-yo your way through the or dance your way through the program? No, you put in the work. Instead, you show up to classes and then you take the exam, right? But yeah, that's what I'll say about it.
Yeah, I think I agree with everything Shaita has said, and it depends on the context that this person is coming from. Like when you see easy or hard in context of human relationships, it depends on the context.
Yeah.
So and every is going to be unique from relationship to relationship. So for example, even the example you gave, cooking fresh meals every day might not be hard work for
some people.
If that's how they
enjoy it, they would even do it for themselves. But for another person, it could be what you think is the easiest thing. I'll give an example. I'm not a morning person. My husband is a morning person. He wakes up and he's
with joy, he rolls out of bed and birds are flying.
So even when he's talking normally, I'm like, oh my god, he's
too loud.
Calm down. And he used to be so frustrated. Why are you like this? Because sometimes I wake up, the first 1 hour I'm just there. I don't even want to talk. I'm just
you're burning
and that's not being comfortable in that silence thing, right?
Exactly. So and he struggled with it for a while, and if you ask him, he might say that was hard. That is him okay, trying to get, why are you like that? Why do you need time? He will say you need time to boot. What is the first thing? What is it that you cannot just wake up and just go your way and just be merry? But he got to a place where he has things he would do when he wakes up that would have nothing to do with me, or that would not make me go oh please wait, okay, talk slowly. So and that's something that might be hard. And on the flip side, I'm a night person, he's not. At night I'm hyper, I can sleep like as late as possible. When he gets to a particular time, he's like turning
energy.
So I also had to find activities, things I could do that would, so I will move things that I had to do alone to that time. When he moved his to morning, so that will changing things like that will be hard in quotes. But it's also easy because you love that person. You care about that person. So it's hard because you have to change. But it's easy because you want to do it. So that's just the way I see it. So
I like that. I guess the caveat from what both of you have said is the feeling of when you're doing it, right? It's hard, but are you doing it with joy? It's hard, but are you happy doing it?
Exactly.
Are you pleased to be doing it? Is it worth it?
Yes.
Right? Is it a good trade-off? I think that's a good way.
That's all one. They're just like, if not because I love you,
like
you go collect.
Oh, I like that so much. I like that so much. So yeah, it's intentional work. You put in the effort, you put in the time. Like for example now, like we glow sometimes. We stay like really late into the night, and some days I just have to remind myself like, okay, I'm enjoying this thing with my friends and everything, having a good time, but okay, I need to get off the phone. It's okay, you tried, right? And like another thing is like, okay, PB says he doesn't mind, and one of the reasons why I got him like the PS whatever is because then he likes to game. So like, okay, I'm on the phone just with you guys, he's gaming with people, so he doesn't really feel like, oh, I'm just on my own. Oh, when will she finish her glow meeting? So it's also okay. Did it affect my bank account? Yes, it did, because this PS5 is not cheap. But is it hard? Yes, it's hard. Because that money could have used for something else. But is it worth it, right? Absolutely. Is it a good investment? Like I know that I need to spend time with my girls, and so that way Intu's engaged, he can play game and he doesn't mind, he just plays his game. When I'm done, oh, did you game well? Okay, fine, good night, like that kind of thing. So I think that makes sense. So if you've watched up to this point, shout out to you. You're the real, you know my lines.
I watch your videos.
You're the real MVP. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like, and also comment
right now.
Do it now. We're watching you. So thank you so much. So do you want to give my viewers any last words before you jump off?
Last words. Maybe Baba should go first since I started.
Okay, I think last words would just be know that your natural instinct is to be selfish, is to choose yourself, and how you're able, regardless of what kind of relationship, friendship, courtship, marriage, the only way you're able to do the right thing, love people the right way, be kind, is through the help of the Holy Spirit. And you can only have the help, guidance, and the leading, teaching of the Holy Spirit when you're saved. So I think that would be my last
That's really
good. I think, in addition to what Bob has said, just know that also whoever it is that you're choosing to settle down with will not be perfect, just like how you're not perfect, and you must give grace, even though they have some of these qualities that you want in a partner. As they go on, they may not be there again, so it's also important to love them really for who they are, like love them for their core values, not just, I know we talked about the building of the pizza, right? Not just the add-ons,
not the toppings, the base,
the bread, the pizza.
So I love them for that. And again, have a community of Christian people that you can discuss these things with. If you have any issues, concerns, share with them, because at the end of the day, that's what the body of Christ is for, that community, fellowship, and things like that. And this is one of the things that you can discuss. So even if you have the Holy Spirit to help you, to guide you, sometimes you may have coconut head and the Holy Spirit tells someone to tell you. So that's why it's important to have that community.
Sounds good.
And this has been great.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Don't forget to go and check out out something like
Something long.
podcast. Go look for it. I'll put the description back. Till next time, bye. And remember, God is not angry with you.
I almost said keep shining as the light.